Welcome back to the channel, football fans. In today's video, we've got some big updates from Manchester United, including the latest on Marcus Rashford's potential move, Ruben Amorim's future at Old Trafford, Marcus Rashford transfer truth as Aston Villa clarity emerges amid Manchester United stance, Manchester United transfer latest as Aston Villa enter the race for Marcus Rashford. Aston Villa have inquired about signing Marcus Rashford on loan from Manchester United to replace Yhan Duran. The Colombian striker has moved to Saudi Pro League side Al Nassr, and Villa need a replacement before Monday's transfer deadline. United have been open to letting Rashford leave throughout the window, and he hasn't played for the club since being dropped by Ruben Amorim in mid-December for the Manchester derby. The 27-year-old has also expressed a desire to leave his boyhood club. Rashford was keen on a move to Barcelona, but their financial situation remains a stumbling block. Villa could present an alternative, and they already through the last 16 of the Champions League, but Rashford's £325,000 a week wage packet could present another stumbling block. Amorim slightly softened his stance on Rashford when he did his press conference ahead of the FCSB Europa League game on Wednesday, hinting there was a way back and that United needed his talents in the squad, but only if he changed. On Sunday, after the win over Fulham, Amorim said he would rather put 63-year-old goalkeeping coach Jorge Vidal on the bench than a player not giving their maximum. But before the Europa League tie with FCSB, he said that was a point aimed at all of his players and offered the hint of an olive branch to Rashford by praising his talents as a footballer. Again, guys, the situation is the same for every player. The last time I talked about that in the last game, my sentence was that I will not put any player who doesn't give the maximum. I didn't say I will not put Marcus Rashford. It's the same situation, he said. When I feel it's the right moment, I will put any player to play. I will say it again, we are a better team with Marcus Rashford, and that's clear. He's a big talent, but until the right moment, I won't change my mind, that's all. Amorim explained that Rashford's absence was due to training performances, and he again said his efforts at Carrington were not good enough, but that it wasn't a disciplinary matter. He did demand that the forward change his approach, however, and said that if he does, there is still a role for him at Old Trafford and a chance to add to his 426 appearances for his boyhood club, but he has to show that he wants it badly enough. You can look at our team and imagine the profile of the players. Now imagine a talent like Rashford? Our team should be so much better with Rashford, he said. But he has to change. If he changes, we are more than welcome to put in a talent like Rashford. And we need it. In this moment. Ruben Amorim given brutal Man United verdict with 2 X-stars in agreement. Ruben Amorim has already taken charge of 18 games as Manchester United manager, following his move from Sporting Lisbon in mid-November, but it hasn't been plain sailing. Former Manchester United players Owen Hargreaves and Robbie Savage have both issued a damning verdict on Ruben Amorim's start to life at Old Trafford. Amorim, 40, has had a busy first 2 months since his move from Sporting Lisbon, which set United back a cool €11 million, £9.25 million. The Portuguese coach's record after 18 games stands at 9 wins, 2 draws and 7 losses. Thursday's 2-0 victory away to FCSB in the Europa League marked the first time that United have won 3 games in a row this season, as Amorim's predecessor, Erik ten Hag, struggled before his bombshell sacking in October. Before kickoff in Bucharest, Hargreaves and Savage were asked by presenter Jules Breach to rate Amorim's United career so far on a scale of 1 to 10. Hargreaves, who won the Champions League with the Red Devils in 2008, was up first, brutally replying, 4. Max Savage then went even lower, although acknowledged United's impressive results away to Manchester City and Liverpool in the Premier League, and last month's stunning FA Cup third-round win at Arsenal. The big games. Against City, done well. Against Arsenal, done well. Savage, who came through United's academy but didn't make a senior appearance, said before adding, I'll say 3. Breach was taken aback, saying, wow, harsh critics in here. She then handed over to TNT co-presenter Matt Smith in another studio. Smith, who was sat next to ex-Chelsea, Liverpool and West Ham star Joe Cole, exclaimed, Thor, blimey, tough scoring there, Jules. 4 and 3? Or, even Joe's a bit flabbergasted at that. Amorim will now be hoping to build on United's run of 3 victories heading into February, with the Red Devils set to host Crystal Palace at Old Trafford on Sunday. Their win in Romania guaranteed Amorim and company a place in the Europa League round of 16, meaning that they won't need to go through the playoffs later this month. That is massive for us. The joy of winning, the feeling of winning, but we will have 2 free weeks to work on our idea and to prepare for the games. Amorim beamed. It's really massive for us. We are in the next stage, we are going to prepare for the next stage, but the most important thing now is to recover. Sunday, we have a game with our fans and we have to be ready for that. Man United transfer news. First signing travels for medical as Mathys Tel talks continue. Manchester United have a great deal of transfer work to do before the window shuts on Monday night, with Mathys Tel, Patrick Dorgu and Marcus Rashford dominating the headlines. It could be a busy few days as Manchester United look to get deals over the line before the end of the transfer window. It's been a quiet month for the Red Devils so far as Ruben Amorim oversees his first opportunity to sign and sell players. United have yet to bring in a new player for their head coach after significant summer, but have seen the likes of Anthony, Ethan Wheatley and Joe Hugill head out on loan. With the futures of the likes of Marcus Rashford and Casemiro still to be resolved in deals for Bayern Munich's Mathys Tel and Lecce's Patrick Dorgu still hoped to get over the line, there is work to be done. Mirror Football takes a look at the latest transfer news and rumors surrounding Old Trafford. Latest Patrick Dorgu has been left out of Lecce's squad to face Parma this weekend as Manchester United aim to get a deal over the line. Manager Marco Giampaolo had previously indicated that the fullback would travel for the game despite the Red Devils' interest. However, when Lecce's squad announcement for their Serie A clash was released on Friday, Dorgu was absent from that. The 20-year-old is expected to travel to England this weekend ahead of a transfer that could fetch the Italian side a fee in the region of £30 million. A medical for the Denmark fullback has been made to wait after documents for the deal were not signed sooner, but there remains time to get the deal over the line. Mathys Tel talks. United have opened talks with Mathys Tel's representatives and Bayern Munich in a bid to get a deal done before Monday's transfer deadline. Tottenham have already had a £50M plus offer accepted by Bayern, but the player has yet to accept terms, however, and may not want to leave the German giants permanently. The 19-year-old does want to earn more regular game time for the rest of the season, which could give United an advantage over the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea. Bayern sporting director Max Eberl is adamant that any deal has to work for them too, whether that be a temporary or permanent move. He said, "Mathys is still a Bayern player. Accordingly, if he's there tomorrow, he will hopefully be looking to score goals. That remains the case at the moment. There's no new situation. Mathys is a very gifted player. His move to Bayern was very good. Whether it's a loan or a sale, we'll see. It needs to be right for all parties." United plot summer transfer. Manchester United will step up their efforts to sign Sporting CP Giovanni Quenda as soon as the winter transfer window close, according to The Athletic. The Red Devils are yet to make a formal offer but could agree a deal of around £33.4 million for the versatile winger, who will have worked under Amorim before the 40-year-old's move. Manchester United keen on Atlanta striker Bilal Toure. Manchester United have accelerated plans to sign Atlanta striker Bilal Toure, according to French outlet Foot Mercato. The Red Devils want a new attacker before the January transfer window ends next Monday but are unlikely to complete a deal for one, and are now working towards the summer transfer window, with Toure emerging as a target. The 23-year-old Man United target is currently on loan at Bundesliga club VfB Stuttgart, and they are considering activating the option to buy him for €18 million before selling to suitors for €25 million. 6 feet 1 inch Toure won the Europa League with Atlanta last term, weighing in with 3 goals and an assist in 17 appearances. He has 3 goals and an assist in 13 games in the German top flight and is currently on the injury sidelines after sustaining a metatarsal fracture last November. Nevertheless, Man United remain keen on the versatile forward, and head coach Ruben Amorim could do with his explosive speed in his team. His top speed in the Bundesliga so far is 20.98 miles per hour, 33.77 kilometers per hour, and he can be deployed all across the front line, although he is most at home through the middle or off the left. The strong Mali international has the potential to become a constant nightmare for defenders given his talents, and working with Amorim could bring the best out of him. A chance to play in the Premier League would appeal to Toure, and Man United could offer him that chance in the coming months. Toure is unlikely to be the only forward the Red Devils will be targeting in the summer, and it remains to be seen whether they will make a concrete move for him by then amid the reported interest.